Hi, I'm Bad Wolf, and what I'll be showing you today is how to min-max Stardew Valley. So min-maxing is basically just playing in the most efficient way possible. This will be a series of videos, and today's video is going to cover how to play through day 1 to set you up for the most success. So the overall plan is to be selling Starfruit wine by fall year 1. In spring year 1, we're going to be doing a lot of fishing. We're going to upgrade the pickaxe to gold. We're going to unlock Skull Cavern, and we're going to be crafting and selling a lot of iridium bars. This will allow us to purchase Starfruit seeds and deluxe speed grow, and that'll set us up to harvest 3 batches of Starfruit in the summer. So I'm following the min-max guide by Blacksite6 and Zamil. I will leave a link to the guide in the description. So FYI, if you choose a female character, you'll get 500 gold in the mail instead of a cookie, so that's beneficial. I normally choose a female character anyway. But let's get started. So one of the first things you should do is zoom out. This makes it easier to see staircases in the mines, forageable items, and bubbles in the water when you're fishing. I also like to reorganize my tools first thing. Next, we're going to want to grab our parsnips, and then we'll head outside to chop trees. So we're going to want to chop 9 trees. When you chop down trees, you only want to hit them with the axe until they start to fall. You don't want to chop down the stumps. You get more wood and experience points from the trees than the stumps. And then when the tree starts to fall, you want to walk to where the tree will fall and then pause the game. This allows the tree to fall and allows you to suck the items up into your inventory without in-game time passing. So the tree will fall away from you. So if you're standing toward the left side of the tree will fall to the right. And if you're standing toward the right side of the tree will fall to the left. This makes it easy to plan which direction you need to go when the tree starts to fall. Ideally, you plan ahead of time where you want to go next and cut each tree so it falls in the direction you need to go anyway. We're going to cut down 9 trees. This is to increase our foraging skill to level 1. There are 2 purposes for this. First, we want to get to level 1 before we go foraging this morning, so that we have a chance to get silver quality spring onions. Higher quality food restores more energy, and we'll be eating these spring onions today. Secondly, we want to be gaining a skill every day. Gaining a skill level means you will wake up with your energy fully restored, even if you stayed up until 2 a.m. This allows us to stay up until 2 a.m. every day in the early game, which means we can get more done. I'm cutting trees in a path toward the south exit of the farm since we'll be using that exit in a bit, and also toward the north exit so we can get out that way too. You'll want to avoid cutting down any oak trees today. This is because you won't get any acorns from cutting down oak trees until spring 2. We don't want to lose any potential acorns because we will need these to plant oak trees for oak resin to make kegs later. You can differentiate between the oak and maple trees because some of the branches of the maple trees are visible through the leaves. The oak trees have more dense leaves. You don't want to hoe any seeds on the ground today either because they will be destroyed today. Next, we'll craft a chest and put all our stuff in it, except for our tools. Then we want to leave the farm using the south exit. We want to be leaving around 9:20 a.m. We're going to go to the area where the spring onions grow. We want to pick up as many forageables as possible and scythe weeds along the way. Harvesting weeds can give us mixed seeds, which will hopefully give us the spring crops we need for the community center. Even if you're not planning to complete the community center, you will want to complete some of the community center bundles. You need to complete 2 bundles to open up the boiler room, which will allow you to repair the mine carts. You'll also need to complete 4 bundles to open up the vault, which will allow you to repair the bus so you can go to Skull Cavern. I'm taking the long route back to hopefully find more forageables. We want to be back near Marnie's ranch around 11:20 to noon to meet Jazz. The plan for today is to meet everyone in town. The purpose of meeting everyone is to complete the Introductions quest. This unlocks the How to Win Friends quest. That quest will allow us to get an additional 100 gold tomorrow. We're saving up to buy the fiberglass fishing rod tomorrow, which costs 1,800 gold. So we'll meet Jazz now. Then we'll head toward town and meet Haley. Then we'll stop and check the trash cans in front of Jody and Haley's houses. It is helpful to pause the game just after checking the trash. That way the item automatically goes into your inventory and you don't have to chase after it if it goes in the opposite direction. And then we're also going to clear the weeds next to Haley's house. Next we'll head toward Pierre's to meet Marnie. Then we'll head toward the beach. We'll check for artifact spots on the beach. If we get an artifact, we'll be able to turn it into the museum today for a 250 gold reward. Now we're going to meet Elliot. We'll leave the beach forageables for now since we don't have much inventory space. We'll be able to get these tomorrow. If we had gotten an artifact, we could turn it into the museum now. But we didn't, so we're going to check the trash cans at the museum and at the blacksmith's. Since my inventory's full, I'm going to eat a spring onion. That way I don't have to throw anything away. You would want to eat all of these today anyway so that you have the energy to chop down more trees and plant your parsnips and mix seeds later. So we're going to meet Clint. Then we'll head east and north up to Joja. We'll check the trash can here, then we'll go inside. And we'll meet Pam. Sam. And then Shane. Alright, so now we're going to clear the weeds north of Joja Mart. And then we'll meet Abigail over on the bridge. I'm hoeing this artifact spot because we want to get that reward from the museum by spring 2 if possible, to help with the cost of our fishing rod. I didn't get an artifact, but that's okay. Clay is worth 20 gold a piece, so we'll sell that. I'm just eating the rest of my spring onions now to make room for this clay. If Maru is close by at this point, you can go ahead and meet her. If not, you can meet her later on at the bench. Next, we'll check Lewis's garbage can. Then we'll meet Evelyn. Then Carolyn and Jody. Then Vincent. And then Harvey. And we'll also clear the weeds over here by Harvey. Alright, now we're gonna head to Pierre's. We're gonna meet Leia. And then we'll meet Pierre. Next, we're gonna check the garbage over at George's house. Then we'll head inside. We're gonna meet George. And then Alex. He leaves his room at 4 p.m., so we should be here around that time. Alright, now we're gonna check the garbage at the saloon. So I got a sashimi from the trash. I'm gonna go ahead and throw away the 3 stone I'm carrying to pick this up. Stone is only worth 2 gold a piece. Not that we would typically sell stone, but sashimi's worth 75 gold. Normally you can keep items from the trash to eat, but since this is worth 75 gold and we'll need money badly tomorrow for that fishing rod, I'm gonna sell this. So we just met Gus and Emily. Then we'll head to the bench to meet Penny. And also Maru if you didn't meet her earlier. Alright, so we're just gonna head back to the farm now. Don't worry about picking up any forageables at the bus stop right now. We don't have room in our inventory, so we'll pick those up later tonight. We're gonna empty all our stuff except for our tools right now. And we'll clear weeds on the farm until 6 p.m. We'll want to leave the farm using the north exit around 6:10 p.m. So we're going to walk over towards Robin's shop. We'll go ahead and meet Linus. Then we'll meet Demetrius kind of southeast of his house. And we'll meet Sebastian after he walks out of his house. Next, we'll head toward the community center. We'll want to clear the weeds that are over to the west of the community center. So I just got an artifact from this artifact spot, so I'll be able to turn this into the museum tomorrow and put the reward for that toward the fishing rod. So we're going to scythe the weeds west of the fountain. Then we'll head home. So now you can pick up the forageable items that are around the bus stop area. Then you'll want to grab everything you need to plant your parsnips and mixed seeds. You can go ahead and eat your spring onions now if you haven't done that already. Spring onions only sell for 8 or 10 gold each, and we want some energy to chop down trees. So we'll just plant all of our parsnips and mixed seeds now, and go ahead and water them. Next, we'll want to chop wood until we have 4 to 6 energy left. You can use a mod called Energy Count, which will constantly display exactly how much energy you currently have. But you can also just pause the game and hover over your energy bar to see this. And certainly if you're interested in mods, I do have a tutorial video on how to install them. So I have about 10 energy left now. It takes 2 energy each time you swing your axe, so I definitely don't have enough energy to cut down another tree. So I'm cutting down a couple logs, and then I'm going to start clearing weeds and grass. You'll want to do this until 1 to 1:30 a.m. If you don't pick up any mixed seeds when you're clearing weeds, you can keep going until 1:30, but if you do get some mixed seeds, you need to give yourself a little bit of extra time to plant and water them before you go to bed. Actually, I shouldn't say go to bed because we're going to pass out. So I did pick up 2 mixed seeds. Right now I'm just gonna grab all the items we're gonna ship today. So we want to ship pretty much everything except for stone, wood, coal, if you have any, 20 fiber, which we're going to use to make a scarecrow later, and any mixed seeds that we picked up. I'm going to keep the artifacts so we can turn that into the museum tomorrow and get the reward for that. I'm also keeping the iron I got from the trash. Iron ore only sells for 10 gold. Later we'll end up having to buy ore from Clint for 150 gold a piece to upgrade our pickaxe, so it's really worthwhile to keep it. We aren't saving any food for eating or forageables for the community center today because we need as much money as possible to buy our fishing rod tomorrow. Normally you could save dandelions and leeks and food from the trash cans for eating. In general, the way to decide what to keep for eating is by looking at the gold per energy ratio. This compares how much gold an item sells for to how much energy it would give you if you ate it. Items with a gold per energy ratio of 2 or less are better for eating. Items with a gold per energy ratio of more than 2 are better for selling. I'll leave a link in the description to a list of items with their gold per energy ratios. So next, you would want to plant and water any mixed seeds you picked up. It's okay to go below 0 energy. We've increased our foraging to level 1 by cutting down trees today. Increasing a skill level prevents you from incurring the energy penalty you would normally get from becoming exhausted. So we'll wake up with full energy tomorrow, even if we become exhausted tonight. Normally, you would also get an energy penalty from staying up past 2 a.m., but since we've upped a skill level today, we don't have to worry about that. We do want to make it in the house tonight. If you pass out outside the house, you lose 10% of your money, and since we have 500 gold right now and we're saving up for a fishing rod, we want to avoid that. The last thing we want to do is pick up the bed and move the TV to the door. Removing the bed makes it so we wake up right at the front door. This will save us time in the morning, and moving the TV just makes it convenient to check the TV first thing in the morning. Alright, so we got to foraging level 1 today, which is what we wanted to do to have full energy for day 2. Overall, this was a good day. We found a good amount of forageable items. We found some sashimi in the trash. That's all going to help with getting our fishing rod tomorrow. We also got the ore from the trash can over at Clint's place, so that's going to help us with upgrading our pickaxe later. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, consider liking it or subscribing to the channel. I also stream Stardew and other games at www.twitch.tv/wolftickles. Links are in the description. Thanks.